Rowan, Holger.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Raw disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear...
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen, and you know that my work requires a certain, often when lacking the proper tools. I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic, I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler to make a perfect brush.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump.
It was early. I did.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I have heard enough.
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant.
Quiet, both. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You shared the...
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth...
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly...
But the horse was not for sale.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan?
It does.
Good. Then by Tyr's blood, return to your home.
Would you allow me to repay you with a vibrant painting?
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you.
East Anglia is with us.
Eivor King May. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must...
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound.
Dandy! I'm happy to see you.
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandbridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
I want to see the... Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago. But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asked that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the North Gate and start asking around.
I will.
Go!
beg patience all. We'll have this wreck cleaned up in no time. Keep it steady, huh? Hey, bear up, Master Ame. You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
Who governs this burr? I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Guten Verdane come to London 4 year back.
Trigger!
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner of knavery.
Stow! Avgos wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
We're talking.
Gentlemen, the farmers of Mercia have paid their burden already. If Avgos wants more, he can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant that if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
Is this kind of noise common to London?
Now, we've a quiet day once in a great while. And try not to kill anyone, eh?
I'll wear your face as a skull capstone!
Watch your head there!
Eyes on your foe.
God in heaven, you fight like the devil's stolen your bread.
You give some hard knocks yourself.
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger.
I will have dealings with any who can deliver a fair friendship with my Raven clan.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep...
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on...
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of...
It is good to meet you, Reevestow. London sits on sturdy shoulders.
To be fair, I'm not the only Reeve. There are two of us now, and the Governor to boot. We do our best in these times, wild as they are.
Take me to your governor, Stow. He sounds like a...
Right then. Station Field, Flock Shepherd... What can I call you? Humbler of thugs? Dane Hammer?
I am Eivor, of the Raven clan. We have a settlement to the north, just off the River Neen.
Well, I owe you a great debt, Eivor. You're a worthy ally.
So, this is London, a city built by giants.
So they say. She's an old place, as early as they come. But there's a mystery here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenwich. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are you?
No. No, I was raised by them. And for a penniless bastard, I turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless Reeve.
Well, it's Trigger who saw something in me. He judges not the circumstance of my birth. His two hands, left and right, are me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking who was put down in London for a season. Wait. Something's wrong.
Iron on the air. This blood is fresh.
These were good men. What's happened here? God, no. No.
It took 3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
O Lord, deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
You've no need for outsiders, Stowe. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fetter those men, Stowe. It can't go on like this.
If this one had a head, you'd be calling him Trigger, yes? Your governor.
God above, the man is dead. Some respect, please.
We'll get along well, you and me.
You must be Erke, London's second reeve.
Erke Botel's son, yes I am. Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second reeve?
First in the Eastborough, and a man I trust with my life.
Stowe's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. He came to meet with Trigger, to seal the bonds of friendship with his clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trust.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left.
I'll have a look around.
Trigger had men with him at all times. How could the killers get through?
They must have been known to him. Well enough to get close with.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of 3 such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I expect.
They must have been known to him. Well enough to get close without suspicion.
Good and holy Christ, that could be most anyone. He governed this bird. Oh dear.
What is it?
Taking notes from a missing.
3 sets of footprints leave. 2 average and 1 massive.
Mistress. Sorry. Mistresses. Intrigues desk.
Oh, yes. The old man had a and I.
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Trigger's head from his neck.
I just can't.
Look at us, sitting on our laurels while Eivor does all the work.
Go, Zulin. I do not envy this man's death. Hang on. There's something in his hand. This was not Trigger's seal?
No, it looks Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this god for him to grasp it even in death.
Mayhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here. Trigger was shot where he sat, probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attacker took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards. The killers were without fear. This killer was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets, heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by monikers. The Leech, the Arrow, the Compass. Signed by someone calling him...
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. It could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise, until we know more.
The Arrow is described as a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The Leech hails from Wessex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the Compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
Mithraic temple?
A church? Heavens, no. Mithras was a pagan idea. A so-called... Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next...
I've told you, this city answers to blood and...
I can't leave him like this.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stowe.
No. No, it should be me.
I understand. Shall we, Broga?
The gods have been murdered! To arms! Defend Trigger!
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this fatted mess. The temple is yours to explore.
Be my eyes, Sunan. Should the Reeves change their minds, I will have to gut them and put... Should the Reeves change their minds, I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. But Stowe seems a good man. I will trust his word. The Temple of Mithras. Well guarded for a tangle of old ruins. I need to find the entrance. tools for a surgeon, finely crafted. Like we found in the villa. And there's a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith. Messages between the Leech and the Compass. Healing, gutting. The Leech is a strange one, but the Compass calls the strikes. The Compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit. I have got enough to go on for now. Erke and Stove must see all this. I see more bloodshed in London's future. At least Sunan will feast.
You dust!
Let's see you, old friend.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Trigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in Lund.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Eivor, you bring...
A few sheets of vellum. Notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they are called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's the purpose?
That would take some time to explain. But know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the Compass is the head. The arrow...
Pet names and secret orders. What a...
The arrow is a Dane, who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests he is an art...
I bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks.
The arrow...
I know the very place.
The Leech has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately. Some of them missing, we find again.
Good lord.
The Compass is a mystery.
Said he were...
Captains are a...
That may be, but with his...
Oh, you've...
Kill the arrow and the Leech, then sit back and wait. Let us not wait. We'll find the arrow and the Leech. Killing both should... So, I will catch you at the west...
Count on it.
And I'll make...
It could be the Leech.
God be with us, friends. Go.
should not be seen in this area. Survey the area, Sunan.
Eivor, welcome to the West Market.
A lawman like you could set folks on edge in a square like this. Why not wear a cloak?
Hide my face? Not a chance. It does the people good to see a lawman on the hunt. And once we've found the arrow, this order needs to know we'll be after the lead.
Any noise yet about the arrow and recruits?
I've heard whispers. Somewhere here, a man gives you a coin. And this coin grants you entry to a
Which man? I see too many here.
He's good at blending in.
I will sniff around.
Eivor. What was your...
You suspect him of something?
I don't know. Whoever killed Trigo was a close friend, and it was Erke who found the body. I know Erke so well, and I can't bear to think he'd do something.
Then do not. Wait for proof.
Forgive me. My latest... I've been a reeve for so long. Fighting for God's justice.
But you could not shed Erke and his friendship. I should find one of these coins soon. Will you be around?
I'll return to St. Paul's just down the road. Godspeed, Eivor.
This coin is engraved with an image of the London Colosseum.
around my mum's house. Thinking they can stink up the place.
What's your business? Shooting or watching?
You are looking for skilled archers, and now you have found one.
This contest is
Your men are handing out these coins like they were on fire.
It's enough to keep us talking. But I'll want to see how well you handle that. Want a trial round to test?
I've had enough practice.
A real fanatic, you. It's a simple contest here. Hit all targets true before the sand runs down. Here's a new competitor, a Norse from the northern wilds of Mercia. And our current reigning champion, Sia. All right, take your mark. Hooks set, arrows not, fire! Odin spear, did you see that? Incredible!
A cheat! A cheat!
It was a fair shot. Carry on. Eivor leads to victory. deadly aim you have. Best I've seen for some time. Well shot! You have earned your place at the arrow's side today. Hold yourself to the Imperial Arch and speak with our man. Recite the phrase. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
Are you Husa?
Yeah. And who's asking?
May the Father of Understanding...
And may the Mother of Wisdom. You're to stand just there. Look your best when the arrow comes forth and keep still.
Friends, brethren, good people of London, we have had a hard week. Cowardly invaders stole into our governor. Trigger, my friend, my leader, slaughtered like a dog by outsiders, by the enemy. Do we expect his reeves to guide us? Some arsed halfwits let bleeding. Guards, at arms! Cover my retreat! Don't just stand there, you bloody clots! Kill that one there! Arrows knocked! It's a hard thing to raise the rats of a city into warriors. Hook set!
You raised no one. You only trapped them in their cowering fear.
Draw strings! First wave fire! No, I gave these men order. I gave them purpose. I showed them their common enemy. Anchor strings! Second wave fire! I was arrow for their rage. Without a foe to consume, we devour ourselves!
He speaks true. A man without an enemy defeats himself. Justify all you want. You're just a king-killer and a coward.
Mighty High Horse, you'd do the same if you were me. Aim and fire!
You're unharmed. Praise be to God.
It will take more than a few lads with new...
The arrow was a boy.
A man with a boy's brain, called Avgus.
Avgus? That can't be right.
I could return with his head on a spear, if you would like to see.
No. You've no reason to lie. Yet Avgos, my old friend, had no cause to murder. He saw London as a kiln of rage, to harden the softness of its younger men. Perhaps I ignored in him what I hoped not to see.
From one man, such hatred is easy to spot, but from
Power. Men will...
Very true. And it is cold comfort. But glory has the taste of... With Avgos gone, I will turn my attention to the Leech.
Erke should be down at the quays. He'll be...
If the Compass should emerge, we will...
Then I'll be at St. Paul's Church. Wait.
Åh, vad väldigt. Åskatfast.